Here's the difference between a business-minded person and a creative-minded person, and why it's important to understand the difference and where you sit between them. Because traditionally, a business-minded person, they'll see a problem, they'll see that people are willing to pay someone else to solve that problem for them, a pain point, and then they'll try and come up with a product to help solve that problem, bring in income, build the business, whatever it will be. But they see a problem and try and solve it. Where a creative traditionally is they have a story that they want to tell. They put out that story, they build it, they present it, and then the people that want to see it will come and watch it. So it's a complete flip in the opposite direction of a business mindset. And within the creator economy, within this content space, like a media-first entrepreneurship, you get this back and forth of which one do you need to be in? Because if you're not focused on business enough, you may be stuck and may never earn an income. I mean, there are very few Tarantinos of the world where you can put out a couple films and everyone loves them. But also, if you're too business focused, then you're not actually putting out anything meaningful. You just can be replaced the next day and no one gives a second thought because they were never attached to it in the first place because it wasn't necessarily a deep enough story for them to truly connect with. So whether you go down one route or the other, I mean, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, but I know from at least me personally, I've definitely been too much in the entrepreneurial mindset of those two things, where I know now I have to definitely switch more into the creative mindset. Like a couple of weeks ago, it was late at night, I was away at a friend's place, I just sat down on my computer and just spent like 2 hours writing out what are the stories, what are the things, what really matters to me in my life, and trying to see if they're stories that I can tell, am I willing to tell, how could I possibly tell them if I so desired? Really trying to find out what actually matters to me, how can I go back into that creative mindset and really enjoy the process? Because recently you kind of get like, you just get frustrated because you're not actually producing anything that you really care about. Like you may care about it at the time, but then it's just like clipping videos and it's just cutting talking heads, and you actually, it's straying away from what I've always really wanted to do, which is tell stories that matter and highlight issues that I believe are underrepresented. So hopefully over the next bit, it's going to be trying to figure out, how do I tell more of those stories that actually matter? How do I get back into that creative mindset? And I'd love to hear if any of you guys have gone through the same process, the same struggle, whether you've always just been that creative person that's not just producing for the sake of producing, or whether you're that business person who's like, what's a problem I can help people solve? And that's what you do, because either are bad, it just depends on the context. I just know for me, I need to get back to the creative because you just feel unmotivated, that you don't really want to produce anything. I need to be excited to get up every morning and create again. So I need to find a way to get back into that. And I think from there, hopefully it could be much more enjoyable when I can produce stuff that people resonate with much more.